Alright, this is 4 out of 5. This is a trial. Containment Bay S as in Sam, 1, T as in Tom, 7. And this is Sephiroth, which is this... Imagine the hulking, super
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now.
muscle-bound
Good
body
luck.
of Titan. And this has wings, and it's being contained by these chains of blue energy and this sphere of blue energy, and this containment field is broken. It's got 4 arms, 4 gigantic beefy arms. It's got kind of like the Ifrit horns in front of its face. I guess theoretically the wings of Garuda? I don't know. But here we go. Sephiroth. We have 2 tanks, Paladin and Dark Knight, 2 healers, myself, another white mage. As always, tank, face it away. Good job, bud. I'm gonna focus on healing. We got an unavoidable AoE damage. We got a stack up mechanic, which just hits once as far as I remember. And no real damage at all if everybody stacks, which they should do. My dot is falling off, and we're at 75%. Spread out mechanics. Everybody's got a green circle on them that has a 5 out of whatever. Get my AoE hot on everybody again. Oh shit. I didn't see him turn. So he'll target one player. Yeah. You want to spread out. Oh, sorry, you want to not be in the area that is basically a 180-degree arc from whichever direction Sephiroth is looking. I was, and you get a vulnerability up if you get hit by it. I think I saw it turn. I just didn't recognize it, but it'll target one thing, one person, and then it won't like follow that person, so everybody else can everybody can run behind it in time to avoid getting damage. Him, it, whatever. Patience and penance for millennia I have of. And then it'll like quote unquote fall off the edge only to become gigantic in this plume of green light. You see one claw, another gigantic claw, and now he is taking up so much of this area. Force 3 recommend now. So now there's knockback mechanics to worry about. You have dimmed my boundless light. What power of death, blah blah blah. I don't know what it said. So there will be blue circles, and you want to stand on the edge of the blue circle that's closest to the center. If you get knocked off, I do not believe you can be rezzed. However, this guy does actually look like he can be rezzed, so why not? If you get a targeting icon on yourself, you want to spread out to the edges so that the line attacks that Sephiroth is about to do don't hit everybody else. And only hit those 2 outside edges. But oh my god, you got knocked up again. There'll be like the Storm of Words thing you want to kill. A couple other ads you want to kill. But the Storm of Words will lead down this wind area that will come into play in a second here. Oh shit, I'm targeted by something. Hold on. Oh shit, is the white mechanic yet? Oh god, okay, hold on. There's a stack up mechanic on the air thing, and I missed it. Because I was trying to heal. So, I'm gonna wait for this thing to go off. Hold on. Okay. Okay. He'll also have some, like, energy under his hands mechanic thing. You can stand between them. Like, you can stand, like, more to one side than the other. Oh, shit. The circular things are back. Hold on. This is what it's like when worlds collide! I'm targeted by something. I don't know what that single target thing is, but it sucks. Again, there are better, as I've said before, there are better guides to these than myself, so keep that in mind. My babies. And he's down. So, he'll have a stack-up mechanic on the defeated little wind thing that's left its wind patch. And you want to stack up on the wind patch to get launched into the air to avoid his, like, gigantic arm swipe thing. Sorry, I just knocked. That was my mic. I'm so sorry for that. but that's where I died. I was too busy healing for a second at the wrong time. Let's see if there's a... Yeah, there's a cutscene. Okay. So we're walking into this kind of big, like, mechanical metal arena, glowing lines on the walls, glowing upright vertical tubes of energy. Kryle and that white-robed boy. I don't know. I don't remember who he is, really. You did it! I've seen you in action before, but never against anything that big. My legs kept telling me to run, but I just couldn't tear myself away. I don't think I blinked once during the whole battle. That was Kryle. And it's also got a white mask, the boy does. Unu Kalai. A hero tried and true. If only I possessed such strength. Kryle gets a Link Pearl message. Y'shtola? This is Kryle. Icon eliminated. Oh, if only you could have seen it. Mercy gave Sephiroth the mother of all rude awakenings. And your distraction was perfect. We encountered not a single Imperial soldier. Yes, understood. Let's swap tales of the Rising Stones, then. On our path to the control chamber, we discovered a number of dormant thralls. It would seem machines that preserve their forms also hold them in a state of torpor. We need not fear them summoning their deity anew. In short, our work here is done. For the present, at least. Let's go home, shall we? Kryle's voice is always a tad lower than I think it's going to be, along with, oh my god, what's her name? Totoro? Oh my god, why can't I remember her name? The white-masked, white-robed boy had sensed something and looked behind him. Oh! And indeed, he sees what kind of looks like the Regula Van Hydrus. Yeah, yeah. Your senses are sharp, young one. The boy whips out his staff. I am Regula Van Hydrus, legatus of the 6th Legion, and it would seem that that damnable woman and her accomplice have led me a merry dance through the thickest of this infernal island's defenses. To think that I pursued them. I shall withdraw for now, my lesson learnt. I doubt it. You Garleans never learn. You covet the means to enslave primals, but in your headlong dash to control that which you do not understand, you show less wisdom than the very beast tribes that summoned them. And his staff begins to glow this, like, kind of dark purple, like, evil energy in general is what that energy usually means. But I have no interest in crossing blades with children. Live, grow strong, and mayhap one day you will warrant my attention. Yeah, he looks exactly like Regulus Van Hydra. Yeah. Not Gaius Van Belsar. For some reason, that's what I thought he was, but... it's not. Regulus walks off. The white-robed, white-masked boy ponders for a second, turns around to notice myself and Cryle running back. I looked back and you weren't there. Did something happen? Not of consequence. I mistook a shadow for a man. Cryle narrows her eyes just a bit and then thinks a bit. Just what are you hiding behind that mask of yours? A longing for hope? An appetite for power? A lingering sense of regret? And do I detect a desire to test your strength against a certain hero? Is that what your gifts tell you? She shakes her head. No, those are just wild guesses, but I wonder if some few of my words didn't strike close to the mark. We're all just gonna stand looking at each other for a second. Or mayhap more than a few. And then she smiles. Be at ease, Unukale. I have no supernatural ability to read minds. The echo simply allows me to comprehend, regardless of language, that which a fellow being would have me know. You need not mask your heart as you do your countenance. That was a performance, then? A ruse to uncover my true nature? I see I shall have to keep my wits about me. He walks between the two of you. The direction that Cryle and I just came running because we noticed he wasn't with us. Unukalai. And... wait. Where am I? Oh. How much does it cost to do this? Let's fucking do it. 409 gil to do Revenant's Toll. Let's do it. Let's turn in this Martha Fokker. I think it's in this room, is it not? No. It's into the Rising Stones. Like a rising stone cowboy. And then deeper still into the entrance to the Solar. I really hope Minfilia is not entirely gone, but, you know, stories do as stories do, so... Unukalai is here. So, Warrior of Light, how did it feel to strike down so great a foe? You must tell me more of the experience once our meeting with your colleague is concluded. Cutscene starts. We'll find out what colleague he's talking about. Here's Cryle, Y'shtola, Orianger. Through thine all-surpassing skill at arms do we now take our first step in ridding this star of the Warring Triad's baleful presence, and in such wise do we lessen the burden bequeathed unto us by the vain glory of Alag. Know, however, that the two icons which remain are thought equal in might to Sephiroth, and may yet exceed him. Ere thou proceed, I would counsel thee to marshal thy strength, and give careful thought to thy preparation. Assuming the Garleans afford us a luxury of time, even now they grasp for the means to dominate primals, blind to the technology's potential for calamity. My master taught me that the entity known as Sephiroth was this world's first sacred tree, elevated to godhood by the belief of its worshippers. There is no power more fearsome than that born of unconditional faith and unbending ideal. 'Tis plain your master found in you a willing student. Tell me, was it he who taught you of Allagan technology's potential for calamity, or are those your own words? Says Y'shtola. 'Twas but a figure of speech, nothing more. When last we met, I thought I caught a glimpse of the boy behind the mask, but it would seem your defenses are firmly back in place. Must you persist with this infuriating veil of secrecy? I, for one, would very much like to know who this master of yours is, amongst other things. Everyone nods agreement, but Unu shakes his head. As long as our purposes align, what matter my affiliation? Krell shakes her head. It matters a great deal. I do not ask out of idle curiosity. If we are to fight as comrades, we need to be able to trust each other. On which note, I should apologize for my earlier trickery. It was merely an attempt to get to the heart of an enigmatic companion. Truth be told, I was rather glad you reacted as you did. No person of your age has any business being calm and aloof all of the time, much as you might wish to be. Anyway, we had best be off. Do send word if there are any further developments. She waves and smiles. Walks off, Y'shtola following. Orion J, Niles, nods, and then walks off as well. Niles, I don't know. Nods is an N-word, Niles is an N-word. Whatever. Companion now, am I? When the Bough wakes. Hold on a second. When the Bough wakes. And that was... I don't remember what I just did. It was a trial. Oh, it was a Containment Bay. Containment Bay S1T7? Hold up. S1T7, okay. Yup. Let's get the next quest. Because it all kind of... It's again, it's another, like, Alexander... raid after raid after raid, whatever. Oh, there's two quests. A Fiendish likeness and the fate of stars. Okay. Hold on. A Fiendish likeness. I have something for you, Warrior of Light. During our expedition to banish Sephiroth, I came across a certain relic, and I believe it would be put to best use in your hands. He hands it to you. It is an elegant device of the kind used to store information. In this case, the record of the furious conflict that took place on the shores of Mericidia, M as in Mary, E-R-A-C-Y, D as in dog, I-A. Mericidia, between the icon Sephiroth and the forces of Alag. Should you present this tombstone to the verification node outside Triad control, the node's systems will analyze the various aspects of the conflicts and create for you a false icon against which you can train. Consider it a sort of mock battle that presumes a Sephiroth who has broken free of his shackles. If I understand its workings correctly, the node should also be capable of manifesting a far stronger incarnation of the icon. This would mimic the catastrophic consequences were Sephiroth ever to absorb an additional source of energy, say, by defeating another member of the Warring Triad. A compelling challenge for a warrior of your ability, yes? You need not possess Mistress Krau's knowledge of elegant technology to begin this particular battle. Simply present the tombstone to the node on the flagship, and then follow the orb's instructions. I hope the experience brings you valuable insight, Warrior of Light. I don't wanna. Okay. Is that gonna unlock, like, hard mode for that fight? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. The fate of stars. I am troubled, Warrior of Light. The 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit of elegant technology. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Azislaw's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to its own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves to... He's now responding to the, the earpiece. Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow scions. Archon Y'shtola, what news? And you are quite certain they have broken through? Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately. It would seem the thing I feared most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Archon Ystrola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have informed the other scions of this development. Well, that's a real thing. I'll take a real thing for show. That's at the exact same place as a Fiendish likeness, so we'll probably do those both. Okay. So, that is Containment Bay S1T7, When the Bough Wakes, which is the quest for that. And picked up a Fiendish likeness, which I believe is going to be hard or extreme mode of the fight we just did. And the Fate of Stars, which is like the next raid in this raid line. So that's it for this video. I will see you on the very last of 5 dungeons, raids, trials, whatever that I'm going to do today. We'll see. I'm getting tired of talking in different voices, accents. It's interesting once you try to do, and maybe not everybody experiences this, but when you try to talk a lot in an accent that's not native to you, you start to get like mouth cramps because your mouth is not used to moving in certain ways, and those muscles aren't as developed as they would be if they belonged to somebody who grew up speaking in certain accents, whatever. But anyway, it's an interesting thing that I've come across while doing this, but I'll see you guys next time.